Saturday Saratoga Pick Fives, a new video we're going to be doing every week, brought to you by our friends at Hotel BROOKMERE. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a couple of seconds, but I do want to let you know that this video is going to be every Saturday. It's just going to be me. Shout out Matt Bernier. I don't know how he used to do this by himself all the time, but it'll be just me. We'll run through the Pick Five. We'll talk A's, B's, and we'll talk through the sequence every Saturday throughout Saratoga. So make sure you subscribe, save, do all that stuff. But more importantly, make sure you check out our friends at Hotel Brookmere. Saratoga Saturday Pick Fives is brought to you by Hotel Brookmere. Saratoga's newest hotel gym is located less than 2 miles away from the racetrack, right on historic Union Avenue. There's 88 luxury guest rooms and suites. The Regent Restaurant on property and open to the public, a French brasserie. I've already eaten there like 3 times. It's delicious. Beautiful outdoor courtyard where you can have a drink, grab a bite, talk about your bad beats, but hopefully celebrate your wins. A gorgeous heated outdoor pool with a sauna right next to the pool. You can do a little hot, cold to help offset those long nights. A fantastic hotel gym. And the Arbor Spa with 4 treatment rooms for massages and facial treatments, also open to the public, is right on property. Hotel Brookmere is quickly becoming one of Saratoga's best hotels. All right, now we're cooking. Let's get into it. Race 8. We got a turf sprint. I'm just going to use 2 A horses, the 7 and the 8. The 7 Antares and the 8 Final Verdict. It just felt like one of those situations. They were just better than these other horses. They're both trained by one of them, is trained by Mike Maker. And Mike, I trust very much so when it comes to these types of situations, turf sprints, whatever it might be. I think this horse Antares, who ran well last time for Flying P, we know the success Flying P had last summer. I think this horse, and they won actually, Flying P won, I'm recording this on Friday. They won yesterday, opening day in a turf sprint as well. I think Flying P, Jose Ortiz, could be tough in here. The 8 Final Verdict, another one I'll use, a little bit more tactical, so I trust that a little bit more than Antares' running style, so I'll use the 8 as well as an A. And then I'm going to use the 5 and the 6 as Bs. The 5 is Step Forward for Mark Casse, who I thought maybe he needed that last race. He hadn't run prior to that since 2024. So while I'm not overly impressed with his last race, there's a chance, just a chance, that he'll improve off of that one. So I'm good with that. And then the 6, Light the Way for Linda Rice, who's getting onto the grass for the first time. But Linda's prolific in these turf sprints. And this horse ran extremely well last time, okay, depending on what you look at, a lifetime best. And off of a lifetime best, now switching surfaces, maybe Light the Way just got good. So in that first leg, I'm going to go 7, 8 as A's, 5, 6 as B's. On to the second leg. It's an optional claimer. I'm going to use the 5 and the 4 as A's. When I looked at this race, it looked like the 4 and the 5 were going to hook up and set it up for someone else. But those are the only 2 real speed horses. They're also the best horses in the race. I feel like they're going to run 1, 2 around there. I'm going to pick the 5 on top, but I'm going to use both of them, the 4 and the 5, in case the 4 gets loose, or in case they let the 5 go and the 4 flops out and gets a great trip. I just feel like those are the 2 best horses, and I'm not going to try to create a situation where I need a closer that I think isn't as good as these horses. I think they'll run 1, 2 around there. I'm going to use the 4, 5 as A's. I will use the 7 Russian Realm as a B. He feels like the closer type if the 4 and the 5 hook up, which I don't think they will. If they do hook up, I think that can help out Russian Realm, but I just don't think Russian Realm is good enough. So I'll protect there. 4, 5 for me. And just to be clear, if the 4 was drawn outside of the 5, that would be my top pick. But I'm going to just go with the 4, 5 in there. Race 10, a nice little fun stake race, the Kelso. We'll go to mile in the turf on the inner. I really desperately wanted to love 3 of these horses individually, and I just couldn't. And I couldn't lean on one of them. So I'll tell you who I think is the best horse in the race, and that's Intellect. I think Intellect is going to have a lot of big races. I thought the way he ran last time against Donegal Momentum, who got loose in that race, I thought was very impressive. But the problem is it looks like Donegal Momentum's going to probably get loose again here today, which brings me to him, the 4, Donegal Momentum. I do think he's going to get loose in here again, and I do think if he gets loose, he's tough to beat. But I don't think he's the best horse in the race. In fact, of the 3 horses I'm going to pick, I think he's probably the 3rd best horse, but he's going to get the best scenario. I'm not going to let him beat me because I do have a couple of other opinions I want to make sure I get to. The 3, Think Big. This is a horse who's obviously been sprinting, and he's been arguably the best sprinter in the country, but he's now taking a chance going a little bit further in the mile. Now, I do think he's an elite horse. I do think he's very good. And the one thing I will say is that he did win going 7 furlongs on the dirt. And he did get entered to go 9 furlongs on the dirt by Mike Stidham. I just don't think Mike would enter the horse if he didn't see something in the morning that suggested that Think Big could go a little bit longer. Sure, maybe he's better on the grass, and that's the thing that really woke him up, why he went on that win streak. Maybe it's turf sprinting, but maybe it reminds me a little bit of like Casa Creed, because Casa Creed was really good sprinting too. But if he can get a comfortable trip from the inside post, sit in the pocket all the way around there, relax, and then it turns for a sprint for home in a slow-paced race, I Think Big could be good. And in fact, I just changed my pick. You saw it. I was going to pick Intellect, but I just convinced myself by saying all that out loud that Think Big is going to win the Kelso. So Think Big will be my top pick. But in the pick 5, I got to have all 3 of them, 2, 3, and 4. And I don't need any backups in there. Going on to race 11, the Belmont Oaks Invitational. I'm not going to waste your time on these videos. If it's quick, it's quick. I love Nitrogen. I think she is so good. And I'll take you to the May 30th workout. If you can get on XBTV and watch it, make sure you check it out. This horse on May 30th, Nitrogen, got hooked up with 2 Grade 1 winners, and Deterministic, who won the Grade 1 Manhattan on Belmont Day, Carson's Run, who won a Grade 1 as the 3-year-old, and Nitrogen blew by them in the work on the Oklahoma on the grass. I think Nitrogen's the best turf filly in the country. Ice cold, no backups, just a 7 there. And then race 12 to wrap this thing up, maiden claimers. New York loves to hit us with these maiden claimers at the end. I'm going to spread in here. I wanted to just use the 11 and the 10. I think they're the best horses, and I use that word lightly. I think they're the best horses in this group. But the 7 and the 6 I thought were at least interesting. The 7 comes in here for my man Dave Donk. 2 races back, this horse actually ran pretty good, had some sneaky pace figures and ran okay. There's a horse that might actually be all right. I'm not going to let this horse beat me at a big price when I have some of these other stronger opinions that I have earlier in the card. And then the 6, all of a sudden, Lee for Rob Falcone. It's a horse that's taking the blinkers off. And when these kind of cheap horses start changing things, that's what can wake them up. Look, I said, if you're on a budget, I would just use the 10 and the 11. But if you have a little bit more ability to spread, and I do because I'm singling Nitrogen ice cold, I'm going to use 10, 11, 6, and 7, and not particularly in that order. Make sure you check out our friends at Hotel Brookmere. Let's hit that commercial one more time. We'll see you next week. Saratoga Saturday Pick 5s is brought to you by Hotel Brookmere. Saratoga's newest hotel gym is located less than 2 miles away from the racetrack, right on historic Union Avenue. There's 88 luxury guest rooms and suites. The Regent Restaurant on property and open to the public, a French brasserie. I've already eaten there like 3 times. It's delicious. Beautiful outdoor courtyard where you can have a drink, grab a bite, talk about your bad beats, but hopefully celebrate your wins. A gorgeous heated outdoor pool with a sauna right next to the pool. You can do a little hot, cold to help offset those long nights. A fantastic hotel gym. And the Arbor Spa with 4 treatment rooms for massages and facial treatments, also open to the public, is right on property. Hotel Brookmere is quickly becoming one of Saratoga's best hotels.